portrayed to you guys?
Yeah, I mean every game we play, every game we've been playing, he's been telling us like, don't take one game at a time and treat everybody the same because it's a good league. We got a lot of good teams in our league and a lot of good players, so we gotta treat every game the same, no matter what. And this game coming up, it's a good game for us, so it's gonna be a good team and it's gonna be a very fun game to play in.
How much have you seen of Khalif battle, especially over these past 3-4 games? He's just been putting up insane point totals.
Yeah, I ain't really like watched none of the games or nothing like that, but I've been hearing and seeing a little bit that he's been playing very good. He been on a good streak, so we gotta be prepared for that just to come in and be ready to play.
Kind of going back to your first point, how much do you all have to be on your toes about? Like, this is a team, obviously their record doesn't say it, but they've just got a lot of players that it seems like could go off for 25, kind of like you guys do every night.
I feel like it just comes with practice, just being prepared. Coach always tells us as long as we're prepared, then we should be confident no matter what, as long as we prepare the right way. So these past couple of days, I feel like in practicing, we've been preparing good, just making sure we clean up a lot on our defensive principles and just even on offense, small things on offense. So I feel like we've been preparing good the past couple of days, and that's going to lead up to us playing good in the game.
You guys, you were out for a little bit, missed some time, and Coach Cal said that you're still in that process of getting back. How close are you, though, to being fully back and fully healthy?
I couldn't tell. You know, I'm taking it day by day as well with that. But every day I'm getting treatment and just doing everything I can to get back as much as possible and get as strong as possible. And I feel like we all are. You know, ain't nobody 100% in the country, so that just comes with the game. It just comes as the season goes on. But it's all about staying in the treatment room and just getting as much treatment and taking care of our bodies.
Yeah, that kind of leads me to my next question. You guys are technically freshmen, but at this point in the season, do you even feel like freshmen with all the experience you've had so far?
Yeah, like you said, we don't even feel like, well, I couldn't speak for the other guys, but I'm sure they feel the same way. You know, they feel like we're a little older now just from experiencing certain games and just going through certain situations. I feel like we got a lot more experience than we did when the season first started.
How much does all these road atmospheres that you got, like every single game in the SEC, I mean, you know what you face. What do you think that's going to be like for March, for the NCAA tournament, even the SEC tournament?
Just preparation. All them games just preparing us for, like you said, for March. Just playing in them atmospheres and them environments, even in them close games, like down the stretch, making game-winning plays just in them big road games. So I feel like all they doing is just preparing us for the future.
I know you talked before kind of the SEC road season started about looking forward to playing in front of crowds like that. Now that you've done it, 8 times, yeah. What's been your takeaway from all that?
It was better than I expected. I'd say it was better than I expected. Just playing in them atmospheres, it brings a lot of competitiveness out, and even in all of us. I mean, it just makes us play harder, just make us want to win even more. Just knowing that we got everybody in the stadium is against us. Well, most people in the stadium is against us. So just hearing how loud it is, and it's fun. I feel like it's fun. It's just fun to play in them atmospheres.
Is there like a satisfaction after a Mississippi State game or the Florida game, or when you hear that for 2+ hours and then it kind of goes quiet, except for maybe a Go Big Blue chant at the end of some of those? Is there a satisfaction in kind of walking off the court to that silence?
I wouldn't say against the fans, but just for us, just knowing that we had to fight through all that adversity just to come out with the win on top, no matter what we going through in the game, how hard it might seem in the game to win, or they don't feel like we're going to come out with it. It's just all about just fighting through it and just playing through adversity. So when you finally break through the adversity, it always feels good to be able to come out with the win.
You guys have seen in recently, Reed obviously had a big game this last one. Justin did it a couple times before. How often do you guys sense hey, this dude's hot tonight, we need to be particular about getting him the ball?
I feel like it just comes with the game. Like it just comes as the game is going on with the flow of the game. And once we see somebody hot, even coach will tell us, like make sure we get him a couple more touches, or he might run a play or something like that for him, just because he sees that. So I feel like coach does a good job for us of doing that for us.
DJ, obviously every game is different, but have you found it easier, like the games against Florida, against Mississippi State, the second time you've gone against a team, you kind of already know kind of things that you can kind of pinpoint as weaknesses, offensively or defensively?
I wouldn't say easier, but it definitely is. It feels like we played them before, so I feel like we were more prepared, like just expecting more stuff and just expecting stuff that they did before. But, you know, teams make adjustments. So, of course, they made some adjustments. We made some adjustments. But in the end, I feel like we was more prepared this time.
Already play against them, so we know how to, guard them, play against them, they know something about them, they know something about us, so that makes it a little bit harder, you know. Cause,
What do you remember about
but
the first time you guys played Arkansas?
yeah,
What did you guys like in that game?
You got a couple minutes in that Arkansas game. What do you remember specifically about that game?
I remember from that game I wasn't physical enough, so I didn't play.
Was that something that Coach Cal told you afterward?
Nah, just me, my opinion.
Although this last week it seemed like you were showing some of your ability to be a little bit more physical. How's that kind of been a process to kind of get up to speed of what the SEC is kind of like from a physical standpoint?
Well, I mean, yeah, I expected it won't be this physical as it is, but I had to, you know, be more tough, be more physical during the games, and try more, give more effort. So I think I accomplished that, and I just need to keep going. And of course, I need to be more.
Sure. Is that something you've ever had to do quite to that level in the past, to this point in your playing career, be that physical?
Nah, not to be honest. No, it was. Here's probably more physical than Europe. So, because here everybody fights, everybody that dies for the ball, everybody hitting each other, you know, dirty or clean, doesn't matter. But still, here's tough.
I think I really enjoyed more than anybody watching you celebrate like a big win, like the other night, Reed, and you celebrated. And I think you got him with the water in the locker room as well. Yeah, what's that? I mean, that's got to be a lot of fun to be able to celebrate what you guys have been able to accomplish.
It is. That's a memory for life. You know, we won with a buzzer beater. I mean, we lost a couple of those in the past, so. It had to happen at some point. They would have been like that. Yeah, we were happy. We enjoyed it. Yeah, it was an amazing win.
It seems like this team is really close behind the scenes in the locker room, you know, away from basketball. Coming in the way you did very late, I mean, the season basically already started. Were you expecting everybody to kind of embrace you and everybody else the way that they have?
I didn't know what to expect when I was coming here, but because everything was all new for me, you know. But I feel that we have like a special connection, you know, teammates, stuff, even with the fans. So, yeah.
I know Aaron's talked in the past about you guys kind of formed a bond pretty quickly. What can you say about him and his personality and just kind of getting to know him over the last few months?
Aaron's my guy, you know. We are every day together, off and on and off the court. We hang out. He helped me a lot, you know, with school stuff, practices, you know, everything that I needed him for. He was there for me. So yeah, he's my guy.
You talked about
my brother.
Last time when you guys played Arkansas, you weren't physical enough, so you didn't get on the floor. Do you feel like you're though at a point now where you can play in that game tomorrow and you can be physical enough?
I feel like I can. I feel like I improved. I improved a lot than the last game against Arkansas. So we'll see.
How hard is it? It sounds like, you know, maybe playing that physically doesn't come naturally to you. I mean, how hard is that to kind of force yourself to play that way when you've never maybe had to do that previously?
I mean, it wasn't hard, you know. It was just like, you know, I knew what I had to do, and either do it or don't. So I want to play, of course. I'm going to do it. Try my best.
Now that you've played quite a bit of action here in college, kind of describe the college game compared to what you see overseas back home.
It's more physical. It's more physical, you know. It's a little bit faster than I used to play, but I don't know. I'm used to it.
You've mentioned a couple of times, I think mainly post-game interviews, about some of the differences in the rules at times. Like, what's maybe been the biggest difference that you've noticed? Like, you're like, man, this isn't how we did it in Europe.
Probably hang on the rim. Probably. and like, I still don't know, but like when there's 2 free throws, like you can jump after the first one. So I still don't get that.
Well, yeah, I remember there was one time.
I just asked someone, like, I remember the last game, I asked Justin Edwards, like, do we need to go? He was like, yeah.
Why'd you kiss Reed on the head?
I don't know, I was happy. It was just emotions, you know.
And then kind of talk us through that final play. What was going through your mind, and kind of did you see it coming before it happened?
I didn't, but it turned out great. So, I mean, we had to win one game like that. We lost like 2 or 3 games with a buzzer beater. So, thank God.
I know you talked after the Alabama game, but now that you've had a few days to kind of reflect on it and think back on it, I mean, how much confidence did that performance give you, and the fact that I think you said afterward you hadn't played 20 minutes in a game since FIBA in the summer?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just thankful because Coach Cal gave me an opportunity, again. So I think I used it good, especially the first game and the second game. I don't know. I just have to keep going like that.
Coach Cal was very complimentary in that Alabama game, and then he tried to, in the next game, the 5 that he put out there, I guess kind of his offensive lineup that you were a part of. What is it about that group? Are you aware of what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
What is it about that group that is so efficient when you're on the floor together?
Like Coach Cal used to say, like, whoever you pass the ball, he can hoop, And I think that's what he meant, Me, Ree, Antonio, J.E., Rob, Like, whoever you give the ball, he can hoop, he can play one-on-one, he can do a lot of things. So the defense is only what matters in that, like five players. If he can play defense, we're gonna keep going as much as we can.
I've heard teammates mention that you don't practice those behind-the-back passes in practice. So, I mean, how do you expect maybe in the game to know that you're going to do it?
I just do it, and I prayed it was good.
I mean, you said you didn't necessarily know Antonio was there on that first game. Did you know
see
Adu was there on the baseline?
Yeah, I saw him like this, and I just threw it.
That's his fault for missing that dunk, though.
It is what it is. He's going to make the next one.
Okay.
Obviously, your first game was magical. Game on Saturday was good for you. Justin's was amazing. You had Reed's game, Rob against Tennessee.
Yeah.
What's it kind of say about you guys as a freshman class, all having 20-plus games, even 30-plus games, and kind of speak about just how talented you guys are?
Yeah, exactly. We all are talented, and I was not surprised after Reed's 30-point game, Justin's 28-point game, or Rob's, or Antonio Reeves. He had like multiple 20, 30 points. I'm not surprised by that at all, because they live in a gym every day. So at some point they need to break through, as Justin did last game. So I don't know, I'm just happy for them.